Good morning. Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Lisa Giesenbauer here from Evolution Marketing in Oconomowoc area. Lisa, thank you for jumping on.
Thanks, Stacie, for having me.
It's my pleasure. We had a great conversation before I pressed record today, and I'm really excited for you to share what you do in evolution marketing with our clients and our community. So if you're ready, I'll ask you 6 questions about your business. Is that okay?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, here we go. When people ask you what evolution marketing does, how do you describe it?
So first I say evolution marketing is a sustainability consultancy first and foremost. And then the second part of the work that we do is we do the marketing and communication within the sustainability space. So we literally work at the intersection of sustainability and marketing communication. So that's how we're super unique.
That is brilliant. I love that, especially as the world continues to move to a more it's finally they're focusing on more sustainability and just like how this is affecting what we're doing right now
Yes.
and the
Mhm.
future. So thank you for the work you do. I know you've been in business a while. What were your plans when you started your business and how have they changed?
Okay, so evolution marketing just turned 15 in September of 2022. Gosh. So yeah, so we're 15 years and like 4 months in to the business. When we started way back in 2007, my literal one goal or my mission was to demonstrate that a small professional service consultancy could operate in a triple bottom line manner and be successful. And you say, now what's a triple bottom line manner? So triple bottom line means that you run all of your business decisions through 3 lenses. The first lens is the impact on people. So your workforce, the community that you're operating in. The second lens is environment, making sure that all the decisions you're making are environmentally responsible. And the third is economic viability. And when I say economic viability, I mean for the long term. So making sure that the decisions you're making today will impact your business 5 years down the road. So that was the goal when we started in 2007. And literally at our 10-year anniversary, we had done that. And I was like, okay, it can be done. I've proved this out because I have to say it. I didn't tell you this before, Stacie, but the sustainability as a discipline it just entered its 18th year. So
Wow.
2023 marks sustainability actually in the workplace as a job and as a professional discipline. So
Wow.
it's a very new space. So again, this is back in 2007. So there wasn't a lot of sustainability work out there that was defined as sustainability. So since then, what was the question? What does my future look like?
How has it changed?
Oh,
Yeah.
how has it changed? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's amazing is that I hit our mission in 2010. I'm sorry, at a 10-year anniversary of the business,
Yeah.
which would have been 2017. And then we decided that we've been doing all these things and we've been tracking it, but it's just Lisa and Evolution Marketing saying that we donate so many hours a year, or we've done a carbon footprint literally every year since we began, but it
Mhm.
was never audited by a third party. So 2017, we joined what's called 1% for the Planet. So it's a third party that looks at our donations. So 1% for the Planet can verify from 2017 to today that Evolution Marketing donates at least 1% of our sales back to environmental nonprofits. We then became in 2018 a certified B Corporation. So this is the logo for Certified B Corporation. And what that meant is that B Lab US and Canada audited our entire system. Every facet of my business was audited and for environmental and social performance. And we had a score. Our score in 2018 was 91.7. So this is a third. Anybody can go look at the score. It's public. All of the different areas we're working on are shared publicly on the B Lab US and Canada website. So we were the 7th certified B Corp in Wisconsin in 2018, and then in 20
That's
yeah, it's amazing. We have 21 now. So
wow.
it's the movement is growing leaps and bounds. And then we worked with a third party to get carbon neutral certified or to be verified. So we work with a nonprofit that verifies our carbon footprint on a yearly basis, that verifies that we're actually operating in a carbon neutral manner. So basically what's changed is when I started in this space, there weren't nearly as many third-party verifications,
Mhm.
or it was beginning, right? And people didn't know what things meant. Today, people know what carbon neutral means. People, I believe, know what the B Corp logo means. And 1% for the Planet has really grown too. They're over 20 years old as a nonprofit.
That's incredible. And if somebody wanted to get certified or get help if they didn't pass that certification, do you know who could help them?
I do. That's a great question. So my company, Evolution Marketing, we are what's called a B Corp consultancy. So we will help other companies become certified B Corps. And here's a plug. If you want to learn more about certified B Corps, we have a group in Wisconsin called Be Local Wisconsin that I happen to be the chair of currently.
That's
And our
awesome.
website is belocalwisconsin.org. And you can go check out and learn more about the organization. And basically it shows all the certified B Corps in Wisconsin on it as well.
That's wonderful. Thank you for all that work you do. So you kind of already covered this, but what is the biggest way you impact the community or
Okay, so I have a list, and I'm gonna, you can tell me when to stop because pretty
I'll
much
give you 30 seconds.
as a certified B Corp, I think is probably the best way we impact the community because as a certified B Corp, we look at all of our stakeholders and we engage all of our stakeholders on an annual basis. So that means I work with the local Oconomowoc area school district and high school kids, all the way to being on the regional Waukesha, Ozaukee, Washington County Workforce Development Board, and then kind of everything in between. So we're all about not only giving back to the community, but helping advance sustainability and equity within our community.
That's incredible. Absolutely amazing between education of the younger
The
community
next generation, yep.
and exactly. What is one challenge that you have faced that other business owners could learn from?
So I literally, my business was, I had just celebrated 1 year being in business in 2008 when the Great Recession happened. And let me tell you, like the carpet, the rug got pulled out from under me, just like it did so many other small businesses. And what's really interesting is probably, let's just say 6 months before that happened, I had been at a talk that a colleague of mine was giving, and they were talking to the Oconomowoc Chamber, and they were talking about, they worked at the DNR at the time, and they had said, if your business isn't engaged in sustainability, you're not going to be in business in 2 years. And this is spring 2008, and I thought, wow, that's a really strong statement to make,
Powerful, for sure.
right? And I was kind of like, huh, I understand, like, yes, like there's some serious validity to that statement, but I don't think anyone could have guessed how accurate it would be, because once we had the Great Recession, so many businesses went out of business because of how they weren't prepared for risk. They weren't prepared for the uncertainty. So one of the things that's kind of been in the back of my mind with Evolution Marketing, literally since my first year of being in business, is first of all, you want to diversify. Second of all, you want to reduce your risk as much as possible. So we have made strategic decisions throughout the last 14 years or 15 years. I'm losing track of time. Since 2007, we've made strategic decisions to really operate the business in a manner that decreases our risk and builds resiliency into it. And I would argue all businesses can do that by the adoption of sustainability strategies and practices.
That is incredible. Well, what a bright light, just in a year into your business, that when somebody says something like that, it's so cool that you took what could be a challenge and made it into an opportunity. So that's really, really neat. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome. And I think we all have that. I mean, because we just went through the COVID pandemic, COVID recession, COVID. I don't even know what you call it anymore. Let's just say the last 3 years of high levels of uncertainty, right? And then
Totally.
all the data talks about that we don't even know what new jobs are coming, right? So there's this whole new hybrid work situation. I mean, there's so much happening from a workforce development standpoint, and we don't know, in 3 years or 5 years from now, we don't know what 20 to 30% of the jobs are going to even look like, right? So since we're entering these high times of transition, transformation, evolution, whatever word you'd like to use, I think it's really important for all of us to consider baking sustainability into the DNAs of our businesses, because the businesses that are engaging in sustainability are lowering their risk because they're making themselves more resilient. And I think schools are doing this too. And I think schools have been doing this for a long time when it comes to energy. And as we all know, energy prices just this last winter, right? It just skyrocketed. I mean, it's
everything.
yeah. I mean, so when I'm talking inflation, I'm just talking about energy over the last two holiday seasons. So from 2 years ago till now, I want to say it's been something like a 60% increase in natural gas in southeastern Wisconsin. Don't quote me, but it's very high. It's like there was like 30%, I think, last year, and then this year there was another 30% ish increase. So, I mean, high levels of uncertainty with the natural gas market, which then impact heating costs for those of us in Wisconsin,
Yep.
who have a lot more natural gas in the northern parts of the United States. So just that alone is it's a very basic thing, but I think it's something that impacts everybody. And then
Wow.
just in general, heating costs and cooling costs have went up.
I'm just taking some notes. So next question, what does the future look like to you? And do you have an exit plan?
So the future looks like for me growth, which is really positive. I'm not somebody who's like, we have to have year over year, we have to double our sales year over year. That's not me. I'm a steady Eddie growth. I like measured growth, and so that I can continue to do the work that I'm doing, because I think it's really important and very well needed. We also have equity pricing for our nonprofits and women-owned clients. So for example, last year, I've just pulled these data points for you. Last year, 23% of the work Evolution did was with women-owned businesses. And of that, 15% was with Black women-owned businesses in Wisconsin. And then 57% of the work was with nonprofits. 95% of those were Wisconsin-based nonprofits. So we provide equity pricing to help others find success in this space. And as I continue to grow the business, I'd like to continue to offer those services and do it, and again, in an equitable manner, right? So I want to grow, and I want to grow in a way that's stable, and I want to continue to offer the good things, continue to do the good things that we're doing. I don't want to change that.
Beautiful.
And then, is there an exit strategy at this point? No. Again, we're 15 years in. I don't know. I think I'm more focused on growth right now, because there's some big shifts happening there that I'm not ready to publicly talk about, but that's where we're focused for the next couple of years. And maybe by the time it's the 25th anniversary of Evolution Marketing, we will see what we can do at that point. But I know ultimately I would like to merge with another certified B Corp at some point. I don't just want to end Evolution Marketing. I'd like to sell Evolution Marketing, or partner, or even become an ESOP, an employee-owned company. So those are kind of my big picture like goals. And since we have so many more companies becoming B Corps, I think us joining with a consultancy company firm might be really a future thing. I just don't know. It's so far down the way. Can't think about that yet.
That's incredible. It's when you talk about growing very stable, that's exactly what you're teaching your clients to do. So it's important that you lead by example. Last question, all subjects open. What inspires you most?
Okay, so there's two things on my list. The first one is Gen Zers. I love the Gen Z generation because they are very active from an activist standpoint, and they're also very intuitive, and they understand a lot of environmental things or sustainability things intuitively. They don't have to be, what's the word? There's not a level of education. I mean, we are all getting educated on a daily basis, but they pick things up and they understand it very easily. And they're like, well, of course we all want to recycle. That makes sense. Why would you not want to?
Planted in them, right?
Yes, it's like it's been imbued in them, which is so great. And then the second thing is, I am so happy that the world is starting to understand sustainability, and that the world is starting to understand the repercussions of carbon management, climate justice, equity, bringing equity into everyday day-to-day life. I am classically trained as a rural and environmental sociologist. So to me, I've always thought about holistic systems, and I feel like the business world is finally starting to understand that, and to talk about that, and to look at the systems we have that are unequal, and to do work to, I'm not going to say fix, co-create a new, more equitable world.
Sure. Absolutely. Those are both very inspiring things. So if someone wants to get in touch with you in Evolution Marketing, what is the best way for them to do that?
So we have a website. It is greenmkting.com. And then on there's a contact us form, so you could use that. And then I'm on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn/Lisa Giesenbauer. Reach out, send me a note. That's probably the best way. I love my LinkedIn. So I'm on LinkedIn quite a bit. I don't do other social. I just do LinkedIn.
Perfect. Thank you so much for just helping the world truly and educating us. If you don't mind, I'd like to be able to send your interview out and refer to some people. Is that okay?
Of course, you could definitely send my interview out. You can share with anybody who wants to know more about sustainability and the role that we can play from a business perspective. I'd love to talk with them. This is my like this is what I do. I'm a
You have so much,
sustainability educator.
yep, and you have so much energy and joy and passion for it, and you can see it through and through. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for the interview, Lisa.
Thank you, Stacie, for having me. I'm so looking forward to this. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.